Okay. Dan who? Dan double U. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands at my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And Merry Christmas. I always feel like now Christmas is over. Is it too late to wear Christmas hats? Like, are we still in the festive period? Is this still acceptable? Or am I far too early for Christmas celebrations? I'm always curious. I always feel like between Christmas and New Year, it's fair game to still be festive. So hopefully everybody is in a great mood today. Of course, it's the holiday season, so everybody is here, there and everywhere. Everyone's really busy. I completely understand, but I couldn't help but live stream one more time before the year is out. So that's exactly what we're doing. We are ending 2023 with the regular Thursday live stream to sort of just recap the year that was. Last week we were sort of looking forward at some of the figures that have already arrived for the new year, but today we're just going to take our time and recap some of the best and possibly worst Marvel Legends of 2024. There's no real particular order to this. We're just sort of going to freestyle it and go with the flow. So if you're watching this on the replay and you're after a very precise list of the best Legends of 2024, you've probably come to the wrong place. This is that long form style of content where we're just going to chat a lot of nonsense along the way and just always bring it back around to Legends, all right? So that's what we're going to do. The super producer, the super co-host is running a little bit late, which is all good with me. So you got me for the start of the stream. Lucky you guys. Watching that intro as well made me pretty depressed, seeing how stacked my shelves used to be, and currently they're dead empty. They hopefully will start getting filled again as we move into the new year. But yeah, it's pretty depressing looking at the intro and then seeing my empty shelves. Like if I go full screen, you can literally, I've got nothing on the shelves yet. I've been trying to finish my reviews before the end of the year, and then I can get into putting figures back on the shelf, because right now I've got the mentality of either film a review or put figures on the shelf. And obviously figures for the channel, the reviews have been taking precedent. So anyway, that reminds me, let's get into some housekeeping. First and foremost, check out all the other long form content on the channel. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, I can confirm right here officially, in 2024, all of the shows continue. In 2024, Legend of the Liquor will be back. Turtles and Tea will be back. Joe's and Juice will be back. So get subscribed. You know how it works. I was just looking at my calendar now. I'm trying to confirm that Legend of the Liquor date, but haven't quite nailed it in yet. Looking like the 14th of January, to be honest. Looking like the 14th of January. We shall see what happens there. But anyway, all the shows will be back. Long form content, if you're into that, 2024. If you want to support the channel and contribute and just say thank you for the whole year of content, then today's a great time to do it, by the way. Last stream of the year, anything over £4 or $5, not only do you contribute to this stream, you contribute to the channel. And Friday, the last possible time to hear Friday, our talking robot assistant before the year is out, is today, all right? So get involved. Anything over £4 or $4, you know I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you want to take it one step further, hit that join button, all right? Don't be shy. Become a part of the community we're trying to build here, all right? Because today, later on, if you are part of that Who Crew Deluxe tier, we are going to be doing the after show. So there is still time to join us on this stream before the year is out. Last opportunity to be on Dan Who Reviews before the year is over. I'm basically going to be asking people what they got for Christmas and probably what they're looking forward to the new year, okay? So like a mini bite-sized version of Legend of the Liquor for the channel members straight after this stream. So if you are are available, you are around, you're part of that Who Crew Deluxe tier, you know where we'd be, all right? But hit that join button. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Who have we got here? So Rich isn't here yet. Obviously, it's just multiples of me's. That's a scary sign. So let me go to the chat and see who's in. How we doing? Ho. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. Hope you got some great gifts. Let me know some of the gifts you got in the chat. I'll read a couple out. But Jamie Gitchard was in. Phil Jones, aka Hill Phones. Lady Max says, happy new toy collecting year to us all. Paul was in as well, but his chat's disappeared. But I think Paul wrote something in nice and early. Jay's Toy Collection UK says, evening all. Jared says, evening all. The Bachelor says, yo, howdy. Jason Lopez, the retweeting king. Guarantee you, he'll be retweeting straight into the new year. Cheeky Monkey Kiara with the monkey emojis. How you doing, Cheeky Monkey Kiara? Hope you had a great Christmas. Caleb says, what's up? Daniel S. The Wolf Pack. Now, rumours are the Wolfpack may be the advocate of Greg Finstad, but we need this confirmed. But the rumours are rumbling. They are rumbling. A name I cannot pronounce, but he says, finally, I have the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man retro card and really know he is epic, and I'm going to get the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I cannot wait. Yes, I think people are very happy to finally have those likenesses, those unmasked representations of those characters on the shelf for sure. Peter 2 and 3, that is. STM Figures of evening all, best part of the day. I appreciate that. I do always have fun chatting nonsense with you guys as well. I try and talk about toys with Amanda. She doesn't care. I try and talk about toys with Teddy. He doesn't care. Although Amanda did get me a toy for Christmas. Not that I was expecting her to get me anything, or did I ask her to get me anything, but I did unwrap Donatello. So at least she knows who my favourite turtle of the year is. Why did she get me this? I have no idea. Maybe so I could have a mascot on my live streams. Who knows? But Donatello, the best turtle, I now have in some type of big-headed plushy form. So that is the one toy, if it counts as a toy, Amanda got me for Christmas. Although Teddy has got his eye on this. Usually Teddy stays away from my toys, unless it's Baby Hulk, of course. But Teddy's definitely got his eye on that. So yeah, at least she knows who my favourite turtle is. I guess she gets a pass for that. Who have we got? Codename Chief says hello. Double A says good day from the future. Good day. What is it like in the future? Has AI taken over? Sorry, my grammar's not very good. SSE Bessie, I can't read that. He says, do the retro Spider-Man that review count too? Do the retro Spider-Man that you review count too? Oh, it's the best of the year. That's a good question. It's a question I will be asking you guys. I basically went straight to the source and asked Ryan Ting, head of marketing at Marvel Legends. I asked him straight. I was like, this type of stuff stresses me out. I says, does the Void Wave and the new Spider-Man Retro Wave count as 2023 or 2024? Now, according to them, they are 2024 waves. The Void Build-A-Figure wave is technically a first of the first 2024 wave, okay? But obviously, shipping, distribution is a bit of a mess. Some things arrive early so they can be ready and on shelf, ready to go on the first of the year. So technically, the Void Wave is a 2024 wave. But will I include it in my 2023? I don't know. I'm a stickler for the rules. I really am. But I did technically get them in December. And I know some people play by those rules. I haven't figured that out yet. But the Spider-Man wave is definitely a 2024 wave. And technically so is the Void. So I don't know if I'm going to include them in my 2023 review. Because I always feel like you're taking away a place or taking away an opportunity to highlight a figure that actually did come out that calendar year. Technically. Sort of. I know people play by their own rules. I get it. It's fine. But I'm a stickler. Who else we got? Tat's in there. He says, yeah, you should include them, Dan. Justice and Collect says, hey, everybody. Cute Cult says, present to myself. Legends Cloak and Dagger 2008. Holdout Legend. Yeah, they're nice figures, to be fair. I got myself a soft goods cape for Cloak and Dagger, and Cloak looks epic. I can't wait to find a spot for him on this new shelf for sure. Benjamin, he says, The Who Man. Is that me? That The Who Man? People still leave comments on my channel that think I like Doctor Who. It's nothing. I've never seen an episode of Doctor Who. It's nothing to do with Doctor Who. It's just a gimmick. Dan Who, Dan W. That's all it is. Nothing to do with Doctor Who. But I still get comments to this day about that. Jerry with a super chat. I appreciate that, Jerry. Hopefully Friday is working. You are testing Friday out for me. She's a bit slow, but hopefully she pops up on screen. But I appreciate that. Last opportunity to support the channel this year. So, Jerry, I appreciate that. He says, Dan, have you brought any of the WWE Ultimate Edition Colosseum Collection figs? The retro card and packaging... okay, like the LGN. Is it the LGN style? I think it is. That's my dream way Hasbro would handle the retro. So, yeah, I'm well aware of... I've actually got lots of WWE Ultimate figures, but I haven't gone... I started watching WWE WrestleMania... not WrestleMania. It was Royal Rumble 2000, where the Dudley Boys and Jeff Hardy's had a table match. I think The Rock won the Royal Rumble. Cactus Jack and Triple H had a street fight. Kurt Angle got beat by Taz. That was the very first wrestling event I watched. So, let me get Friday working. There we go. Friday's working. Yeah, it's in the collector-friendly packaging. But my point was... the characters and the wrestlers being released in that line are like not really my generation. They're a little bit more old school. So there's no characters in there that I'm adding to my collection. But I understand the packaging. It's like that clamshell that slips off and then you can put it back in, like that collector-friendly packaging. Bucky O'Hare had it with the boss fights, if I remember correctly. So you can take it out, display it, but then still put it in packaging. I do like that gimmick. I don't know if Hasbro will go that route because they sell a lot of their stuff at retail. And at retail, it'll just get ripped apart, won't it? But maybe for a Pulse exclusive or a fan channel, it's possible. That's for sure. Topless Scroop. He says, will Dan go topless on the last Thursday of the Stro of the year? You're going to have to wait until the end of the stream to see if I get topless. Maybe on the deluxe show, Scroop. One day it will happen when I start my Only Dan's account. Right, I think Rich is ready to come in. So I've been rambling far too long. Let me press some buttons and get him in. He's on mute at the minute, so you won't hear him if he does come in. Let me just see. I go, Friday can talk while Rich talks to me. Rich, are you there? You seem so depressed. Look, would it cheer you up if I got my nipples out? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Right, can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, they can now. Here he is. Here's Rich. Cheer up, Rich. It's the latest. It's still. Is it still Christmas?
I'm cheerful. I'm really cheerful. I just literally, I like fell asleep for like 20 minutes, and now I feel like shit. But I'm good.
Look, I would have gave you the day off. It's fine. It's fine. There's no pressure.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, I've had a good day. Hello, everyone.
Good. I'm glad you had a good day. I'm gonna have an even better day now you're here. And we can talk some nonsense because no one else listens to me, Rich. No one else. See, this is like toy therapy for me because at least you listen or do a good job of pretending.
Just before we start, I just would like to publicly apologise to Brandon for all the times I moaned at him for being late because now I've done it myself. I know what it's like, Brandon. I've had a life for once and being late, so apologies to everyone. Look, but now I'm here.
It's a toy stream on YouTube. It's no stress. It's not a problem. It's fine. We are good. But I didn't want to just end the year. I didn't want to just not stream before the year is out without doing it properly. So this will be the last stream of 2023. And then we will return in the new year. The 5th of January is my birthday, which is a Friday. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to stream on the 4th yet. It depends what me and Amanda have planned. So when I say it's the last stream of 2023, it may be the last stream for a couple of weeks. And I might give myself a little week off because I've been going so hard with the reviews this December. I think Amanda just fell out of me. She doesn't like me anymore. So I think if I give myself a week off from everything, I may get her back around. So yeah, we shall see. But you had a good Christmas, Rich. How was your Christmas? Did you get anything nice? How was your Christmas?
Yeah, do you know what? It's been pretty good. Christmas for me is usually not like the last couple of years have been quite shit, really. This year, yeah, I've had quite a good Christmas. I have enjoyed myself. Yes.
I always feel like Christmas now it's like for the kids, and like I've got you've got your nephews. I've got my niece and nephew. So I literally went round, followed Amanda to their house, and then I'm just playing games. And we got them a turtle van. I did get to play with a turtle van. They've got them the New Mutant Mayhem turtle van. But the kids at Christmas are so crazy. I think your nephews are a little bit older. But these two, like, they open something, play with it for 2 minutes, realise it needs batteries or realise it needs a little bit of assembling, and then they just move on to the next thing. And then there's just piles of partly assembled toys and stuff all over the floor. They're moving too quickly. What about your nephews? Are they just into computer games and stuff at the minute?
Yeah, like so this was the first year where I don't think anyone had a toy. It was all computer games.
That is sad.
And man, not even Lego. Didn't even want Lego this year. It was computer games, money, and like vouchers for iTunes and Fortnite. That
is
was what they
depressing.
wanted.
No, no. Everyone gets to that age. My niece, she's only 8 and she got a Switch game. And like Amanda
Yeah.
kept feeling bad because her pile was smaller than my nephew's and he's only like 3 or 4. So obviously he's got loads of toys. But like value wise, her pile was much more expensive. And I was saying to Amanda, I said, look, she needs to understand that that's how life is. If you want expensive stuff, you get less. But Amanda was like just adding crap that so it looked like she had more. And it is sad that that's how kids' mentality works.
This year though was like the first year that like I felt like a proper grown up on Christmas. Because like my mother had said, like, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? And I was like, oh, I just get everything I got. I said, just get me a bottle of vodka, like blah 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 blah. And that's all she got me this year was a bottle of vodka. None of the like the little bits. It was just a bottle of vodka. And I was like, oh,
donated
I'm that grown up age, you know, and
Rich going
that's what you
topless helps
get.
you wake up.
Topless Crew with the super chat. Friday is awake. She says, Rich, going topless helps wake you up.
I mean, like this comes down easy, topless
Oh,
school. I
don't
can
tease
go
him.
topless if you want.
Don't tease him. This is the first time I was saying on Legend of Liquor that I always like get Lynx Africa. Got no deodorants this year. No deodorants.
Perhaps you smell nice this year. Perhaps you've upped your game, Dan.
Maybe the hint finally after all these years. 2023, I smelt good, and they were like, "No, Dan doesn't need it anymore." I did get some socks though. So I got some Spider-Man socks, and no discrimination to the DC world. I also got some Batman socks. So I got some socks, and yeah, Amanda bought me a woolly hat. I've never really been a woolly hat type of guy, so she bought me a woolly hat. And also concert tickets, which I don't like leaving the house. Like, I love Amanda to pieces, but I'm like, do you even
You're
know
gonna
me?
go alone, hey!
No, I'm going to see. I can't even pronounce their name. Magic Jordan? Magic Jordan? They're like, they're from Canada. They're like, they wrote loads of Drake songs. They're a bit chilled. Magic Jordan. I think that's what they're called. I can never pronounce their name.
It sounds like a Magic Jordan drag act or something.
Maybe it is. Maybe
Magic Jordan! Watch him put the ball in the basket.
Maybe it is. See the ping pong. So that's impressive. No, I don't know. Jay in the
Oh,
chat
she
said,
died, didn't she, Sticky Vicky?
did she? I didn't know.
Yeah, Sticky Vicky died. Oh.
Sad times.
Only people in the UK would get that reference. No one else in the world is like, what? Don't Google her. Don't Google her.
Yeah, Cedric knows who I'm on about. I just can't pronounce their name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yes, it's them. They wrote loads of songs for Drake, and they've got some decent music. I basically had their album once and listened to it for quite a bit, and Amanda noticed. And I said, do you know when Amanda doesn't know what I want? So she hears me say something. I went, oh, that'd be interesting. And then she pounces on it. And I'm like, well, I don't actually want to leave the house. So, damn. Like, the next year I'm just going to say nothing. But I love her all the same. Jay said the streak of Lynx Africa was kept alive in his house, so it's all good. It's all good. Friday, this isn't a strip stream. Greg says. Greg, just got. Some, I just want to remind you of something, Greg. All right, 2024, Greg. He's coming for you, Greg. 2024. This is arriving in your house, Greg. All right, be prepared. Be prepared. Just warning you. Coming for you, Greg. If you don't watch Legend of Liquor and you were just terrified, you need to watch Legend of Liquor to find out what that's all about.
They're just going to send you a random address just to shut you up and be like, oh, it never turned up, sorry.
Yeah. He might have chosen Advocate as well, but I need to speak to Greg about that. So, yeah, we shall see. But anyway, the chat was very nice to you, Rich. They were saying, howdy, Rich. Hello, Rich. Hello. So Rich had a good Christmas. He got some vodka. So it's the last stream in a year. Both you and me have been far too busy to organise anything proper for this stream. So, which is fine. It's the last stream of the year. It's fine. So let me just do some quick plug-in.
It's just the best and worst of it. It's not brain surgery.
It's fine. Let me just, first of all, say, go to the channel and check out all the reviews. Definitely don't watch MCU Collectors. Haha, I beat him to Doc Ock. Take that, MCU Collector. So, yeah. So go check out the reviews on the channel right now. To be fair, I don't think he's got any of the Void yet either. Take that, MCU collector. But he was much quicker than me with these, which I knew he would be. He knew we would be. So there you go. Go and check out the videos. And Rich, can I just publicly thank you for a very Merry Christmas, as I opened more presents in that video than I did on Christmas morning. I'm not even joking. Like, and it was all Beast stuff. It was all toy stuff. So Rich, very, very much appreciate, very grateful for this Beast Blue Christmas you gave me this year. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Dan. You're welcome.
I feel like I've been inspired to create a cube. I might create a Beast cube now. I've already started going down eBay rabbit holes. Do you know, like the random Beast figures? Like,
yeah,
there are loads of sublines of Beast. So I may actually continue to do that. Some of them are quite not that hard to obtain, but some of them are really hard. Like, I realised there was a Marvel, is it an Icons? A Marvel Toy Biz Icons Beast, like in the bigger scale.
Big one, yeah.
They did a grey one, which is quite easy to obtain. I could probably get that for about 50 quid. But they did a blue one in a lab coat with glasses, which is like, you can't even, there's not even any on eBay to buy if I wanted to. Do you know, like, really hard to obtain. So trying to track down every Hasbro or Toy Biz Beast might actually be quite a hard task to do. So I don't know how deep I will go, but I think a Beast Cube is on the go for sure. But I thank you very much. Go and check out that X-Men Xmas mystery box video to see what I'm talking about. Basically, Rich sent me a box of gifts, very nicely wrapped. The wrapping...
My wrapping is like bloody, I could be like Rowan Atkinson in Love Actually. It is that good, honestly. Yeah. I outdid myself for that.
It was a very impressive wrapping. I felt bad opening it up, but then I didn't feel bad when I realised what was in there. Go and check it out. I had fun. And again, people enjoyed watching that on Christmas Day as well. Even Ryan Ting messaged me and said, did I enjoy my Beast Christmas? And I was like, yes, I did. Yes, I did very much so. But anyway, go check out all the videos on the channel. The rest will be up before the end of the year. I have filmed them. I think after this stream, I'm putting my feet up and I'm done with YouTube for the rest of the year. I will reappear from this room I'm in. Amanda will finally go, oh, you still live here? I'll be like, yes, finally, I'm out. And maybe I can put some figures back on the shelf. So, but thanks to our friends at Legendsverse. They are going to make this very easy for me. So thank you to Legendsverse, who have basically sponsored the whole month of December of reviews, which massively helps the channel. It really, really does. And it's the perfect
Christmas bonus. Come on.
It's the perfect sponsor for it as well. Like, let's be honest, Marvel Legends website on a Marvel Legends focused channel. Like, you cannot be mad. And so I'm logged into my Legendsverse site right now, which basically tells me my collection is worth £32,000 and it's up 30% from the original retail price, which is insane, by the way, that you can figure this shit out. But that's what Legendsverse tell me. Links in the description if you want to go and check out Legendsverse, but I'm sure you've heard me talk about them enough on my channel. But anyway, he has a full archive of all the legends. So, like, he's already started 2024, and as you can see, technically, he's right as well. The Void Wave and the Spider-Man Retro Wave are 2024 waves, as well as the Wolverine and the new X-Men 97 wave that should be revealed. All of them are 2024. But underneath that...
We bought out this year. This shouldn't be this year's list.
Ryan told me the Void Wave is the first of the first 2024. It's just distribution is an odd thing, but that's what he told me. So these are 2023. These are 2023, all right? So we've talked about Build-A-Figures already on the channel, but we didn't really discuss all the non-Build-A-Figure waves and then the specialist sort of waves as well with the Avengers 60th. So these are all of them. So there was like 11 different themes in total, but I think I can press this button and just look at all figures. So I think what we're going to try and do, Rich, is because the poll can have 4 things, if you and me between us can narrow it down to 4 Marvel Legends, we will let the chat vote on what they think the best Marvel Legend of 2024 is. That sounds fair, right?
Okay, yeah, so Chris Starr's banned, innit? So they can't pick him. Fuck you, chat! Hey!
Yeah, Chris Starr is technically a 2024 wave. So let me see if I can just change this list for a little bit. So they were 2022 for us. Technically, they were 2022 as well. But this is where they...
I love how you just make these rules up as you go
along. I'm going by marketing rules. Right, anyway, let's start here. Right, okay. So, as we scroll down, Rich, we're going to scroll down. We call out anything good worthy of a highlight, and anything bad. All right?
Okay.
Okay? So
Can we do the four worst as well and vote for them?
yeah, let's do that as well. Okay, I'll get a little list
Yeah.
up. I will start a little notepad here, and we will do four worst and four best. And by the end of the stream, we will figure out at least what the chat think the best and worst Marvel Legend of 2024 is. Okay.
This is on you, chat. When Reddit don't agree, it's all your
Yeah,
fault.
this is the chat. This
So you
ain't
know.
us. We're just pressing buttons. All right. Okay. Okay. So let's go. So first of all, we got the Spider-Man VHSs. We got 4 of them this year. Carnage was just a repaint, and the Symbiote Spider-Man was just a repaint, so we can ignore them. Not the worst, but definitely not the best. Right, when it comes to the Puff Adder Build-A-Figure wave, is there anything in this wave that could potentially be a contender for best of the year? My brain goes Extremist Iron Man and Ultimate Cap.
Yeah, I like I'm Ultimate Cap as a whole. I'm not a fan of an Ultimate figure when we haven't got like the rest of the Ultimates.
Yep.
But I really liked that figure. I thought it was a good one. I know it was a lot of reuse, but it was just a really nice figure, all pinless, and it looks like Ultimate Cap. And I think it fits on the shelf even as a Captain America as well. So I would say that was a good figure. Extremist Iron Man looks nice, but I think they are kind of like it's not out the park with articulation. That's the only thing with it, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. So out of these two, I'm going to write down. I'm going to take Ultimate Cap. We'll put him on our maybes. We'll put him on our maybes for now. Not as much reuse as you would think. I like how it comes with 2 heads as well. And like you said, it can fit as a regular cap if you wanted it to. Molecule Man was good as well. Yelena Belova, could she be the worst in the worst category? No double jointed elbows, but she's got like the biggest gun the Marvel Legends have ever done. Like she cannot aim it at all. I did like the head
sculpt with a load of shit though. To be fair, considering I don't know. I mean, what would you say the worst is of this wave? Who?
I guess so. Yeah, I think so. I don't think she's the worst of the year. Again, I'm just saying this for the sake of conversation, but
just chuck her on the worst list for now, anyway.
Okay, cool. The chat can join in as we scroll down, by the way. What do you think the best and the worst is as we look at each one of these? So best, Captain America so far, and then worst, Yelena Belova. Cool. Yeah, the lack of double jointed elbows on a character that has loads of weapons, very, very frustrating. Molecule Man was nice as well. Orb is definitely not the worst Marvel Legends. He has better hope of getting best Legend of the year, not the worst. So don't come at me in the chat. It's a great looking figure. All right, let's get into some of the X-Men wave, the X-Men sort of 60th anniversary stuff. So Blob, we get the 3 packs. And we got Rogue, and what was the other one? The 5-pack, the Villain 5-pack, which will probably be down here somewhere. So we'll get to the Villain 5-pack when we get there. But out of these sets, Blob's got to be up there with Conversations the best for sure, right?
Yeah, 100%. Blob would go to the top.
So Blob will be in a conversation for best. Anything out of this for best or worst? I think Rogue is fine, but it's not really a 100% accurate representation of that version of Rogue either, but it's still fine.
It's weird because they put like a modern day head, so it's kind of like it looks like a J. Scott Campbell head sculpt, not like the big like backcombed, like Sylvester kind of hair that she had in the Outback era. So it does work, but I think people wanted like a more classic-y looking Rogue. And again, it's just painted on a bar. There's no sculpting, no extras, no nothing with it. It's just a basic figure. So I think they could have done a bit more for that, considering it's just one figure in a wave, and that's all she's got is interchangeable hands. That is it.
No, I agree. I don't think it's going to go in the worst category just yet, though.
Shout
out Queen Comments. He says, greetings and happy holidays, my friend. Glad tidings to you all and your family from your friendly neighbourhood comic shop. Queen Comics, same to you, my friend. Happy holidays. Much, much appreciated.
Buy comic books, people. There we go.
All right. Okay. Let's keep going. So anything in these 3 packs? I know you're a big Jubilee fan, but is she worthy of the best Legends of the year? Or is that just sentimental value?
I am a big... If it was my list, she'd probably be on it, but I don't think... Like, she's single-jointed. It's not enough. And it's a lot of reuse. The head is reuse. The body is, like, reuse of the other ones. They did make her shorter, though, I suppose. I do like the Banshee, man.
I was about to say Banshee. I was about to say out of all of them, I'm
Banshee.
liking Banshee. He's on the pinless body, obviously the Vulcan base, with some updates with the wings. Well, if you call them wings, flaps, whatever you want to call them. I don't know if he's up there for potential.
Flaps.
You're not a fan of flaps? No,
Get
Rich.
get your flaps out, Sean. Go on.
I'm just going to write his name down, just in case. Just in case. I do like Banshee. Let's keep going. Okay, Ronan was pretty good. Too much reuse, I think, for it to be as the best, but I still think it was a solid representation of the character.
He looks good on the shelf for what the character is.
Yes.
But it's just that hammer, because you want to swing it with they keep popping off. They honestly, it frustrates me because it looks nice. It looks nice, just pause there. But when you try to do anything with it, it gets on your nerves. So yeah, that way that can't go on.
Agreed. War Machine's just a repaint. Right, getting into this wave. Now, we know Chode wave is...
Oh, there she is. There she is, the number one figure of the year.
Well, okay, so Monet Saint Croix. She is definitely up there with some of your...
Monet Saint Croix is the Legends figure of the year, right? Fuck you all. That is the one that won it. So she will be top of the list.
I'll copy her name down. It's our stream. We can do that, right? I'm putting her name down as potential best. But lots of people like Crossstar from this wave. Corsair. Crossstar's in my brain. Sorry, Corsair.
Corsair is a nice looking figure. I mean, I think the Cyclops looks good for what it is, and I mean Emma looks good, but that cape is like, oh
yeah. Is that cape enough as an annoyance for her to even be part of the conversation of worst, or? Out of this wave, should Chode be a contender? The Chode Build-A-Figure be a contender for worst of the year due to the heavy reuse and then the unforgivable mistakes on his anatomy and the lack of paint, even though they showed us originally it with paint and then they took it away. Do you reckon Chode is fair game to be potential worst?
I mean, the thing is with Chode, like, I've never heard so many people complain about him having, like, too many fingers. Like, no, they wanted less fingers, which I know, no, it's not for everyone. But what's wrong with the finger here and there, innit?
look, you know, the Marvel Legends have that sort of community where if there's ever something obviously bad, they will just jump on it, pounce on it, and just highlight that only. Like, the reuse on Chode made sense. Like, I know people don't like reuse, and of course I would always prefer a newly tooled body, but there are similarities to Abomination. Like, you can understand that. But they should have went above and beyond and made the changes. But there are similarities. You can understand why their brain went to Abomination, but they should have went that step extra and made the adjustment to make it more accurate to the character. But it still works as a Chode on the shelf. Like, if you haven't.
It's just the thing with Chode is Steve Evans showing that render, which means at some point that they were planning on doing a much better Chode. So that's just what gets me, is that they give it, and again, this is like indicative of the plastic-free packaging. I think this wave, like, no one comes with anything. There's no alternate head. The accessories are barren apart from Jose, and Quentin's got that gun that he can't even fire. So again, this wave, it is good, but I think it also represents a lot of the bad things of Marvel Legends this year. So that's why Monet St. Croix is the only one that can make the list from this as the best.
I don't disagree. I like the way
she's an amazing figure, Dan. She's an amazing figure. I
don't disagree.
She's like all pinless. She's got boobs. She's got a beautiful face. It's not too small, right? Loads of people writing it's too small. I saw you, X-Men Legends. It's not too small. It's a big, lovely, gorgeous, beautiful looking face. Okay, that's what women have, like, pretty looking face. Just because your women got a fat head out there, that's your problem with your life. You've picked a woman with a big head, right? Monet St. Croix is a supermodel. She's supposed to be beautiful, and she looks beautiful. All new sculpting, that Generation X body can be used again on, like, a white Emma Frost, on Husk, on Gaia. Can't be used on Jubilee because Jubilee doesn't have boobs, but it can be used in a variety of ways. And it is a great looking figure. And honestly, a Monet St. Croix figure in a Generation X uniform on the 30th anniversary of Generation X next year. Like, what's not to love about it? It hit it out the park for me. It's what I want from Legends. An obscure character, but still the greatest character. The greatest character in Marvel comic books history. Monet St. Croix. Vote for Monet St. Croix. This has been a public service announcement by Rich M. Thank you.
Look, I'm not going to challenge that. Hopefully next year we get some more Generation X characters to go along with her on the display. But like you said, the wave had pros and cons. I like that it was 5 brand new characters into the Legends line. I always appreciate world building. But yeah, the lack of accessories and whatnot was frustrating. The X-Villains 5-pack. Are there any potential here for best or worst of the year when it comes to talking about the characters individually. That was a nice looking figure. It was more of an upgrade and change than people at first originally thought with Strife. Zero, could he be like, the thing is, right, you want to say this could easily be worst of the year. However, that's how he looked in the comics. Like,
Yeah.
like, it's hard to be like, fuck you, Hasbro, gave us no paint. Well, actually, it's quite an accurate representation of the character. Like, granted, it's on an older body, but do you want to waste a good body if they genuinely are limited to, whether if we think that's bullshit or not, it doesn't matter. But if they genuinely are, if they genuinely are limited to using those better bodies only a certain amount of times a year, did we really need a completely pinless, brand new body with all the articulation version of Zero? Like, I think this is fine because it represents the character, but I understand why people may think, it's the worst, but Google Zero, that's how he looks. Random, I don't think he's best or worst. I think it's nice to get that character, but there could have been upgrades there for me. Pretty Boy's pretty good.
Pretty Boy is good, to be fair.
Pretty Boy's pretty good. A lot of new there. I think they've went ahead and reused some of that on, was it Silvermane in that Spider-Man 5 pack?
Yeah.
But Pretty Boy's pretty good. I'm going to put Pretty Boy in my little maybe list here. Pretty Boy.
I think Pretty Boy should go on the list.
Yeah, no, he's on the list. We've got more than 4 already, so we're going to have to narrow this down again.
We got Blob, Monet.
We got
Pretty Boy,
Cat, Blob, Monet, Pretty Boy, and I also put Banshee just as a maybe. So we'll figure it out. Do we need any more of these in best or worst?
I would say none with the worst of the year, but yeah, I would put probably Pretty Boy out of this 5. Pretty Boy is the best, but I think Strife is strong as well. But I think based on what else we got, I don't think Strife just makes it. So I think,
agree.
Yeah, Pretty Boy. I think Pretty Boy.
Agreed. So we got the Spider-Man re-release. This time it was a repainted version, but the price point, that got like the gamer tax on it or something. So Spider-Man tax, that went way too much higher in value than the previous one. We got the Reed and Sue kids, Valeria and Franklin, which I think people are going to be clamoring to get next year if that second 2-pack is rumoured as it is. Yondu is a nice...
They really know, though, because that's such a small issue. I don't think people are going to be like, I need that Wolverine and Spider-Man in these suits.
I reckon over Spider-Man and Wolverine are 2 popular characters. People out there, I guarantee there's people out there that only collect Spider-Man or only collect Wolverine. And people like completing teams.
I'm really dumbfounded, though, if that is the 5th set, because I can't believe in the year of the 50th anniversary of Wolverine, they haven't done like one Wolverine in a tiger claw or brown suit, like an alt. I just think it's like, I don't know. I think sometimes, what fucking planet are they on? Honestly, the decisions they make are just like
too many cooks in the kitchen.
I don't work for Hasbro, so what the fuck do I know?
I think there's too many cooks. I think you've got higher ups licensing. It's just too many chefs in the kitchen, isn't it? Like trying to please too many parties. I think so. We end up with what we get. Yondu's great. I'm glad that we got Yondu in the line, but I don't think he's best or worst. I like the Squadron Supreme and Dr. Spectrum. Again, I don't think they're best or worst. Ant-Man, fine, not best or worst. Tracksuit Mafia, again, fine, not best or worst.
Do you know what? I'm going to say I really like the Tracksuit Mafia figure. I think for what it is as an army, like a first army builder for MCU, like I like it. I like the alternate heads. I think it comes with a lot of stuff. I think that is a good thing. I did like that figure a lot more than I thought I would. So I
agree. It's good release for what it is. But it's it did come with. I do like it comes with the multiple heads, so it creates an army builder. I just don't know. I just don't look at that and think, oh, best of the year. But it was good. Like, not taking that away from him. The Ant-Man wave I've not even opened yet. I did get it late in the year, but I've not opened it yet. I think Kang probably is an awkward conversation now, isn't it, with Jonathan Majors? But the figure itself looked good.
I mean, it's a toy. I think we've got to treat it as a toy, and it is a good looking toy. Again, stuff goes on like with other things behind the scenes. I mean, you know, if you see this at Ross, I would probably buy it because it's probably going to go up in price if anything. So yeah, I mean, it is a good looking figure. Again, I think they could have made this better with articulation stuff. It like hinders it a bit, but the sculpt of it is good. I think on a whole as well, for the movie figures, for like this and the Marvels, they did a good job on the movie figures.
I agree.
You can see where the budget went, which is, I think, in both these waves, is to the detriment of the comic book figures, which are all on the old bodies and look old. But I think like Wasp, Ant-Man, and the Cassie Lang builder figure, I think they're all good looking figures. I think if you're an MCU collector, not the MCU collector, but an MCU
Yeah,
collector,
don't support that guy.
there's been a lot of good this year. I think it's much more limited this year. Next year, have fun with your Deadpool and your Wolverine. But
No,
it's
yeah.
like they've done a good job, I think. But I think it is like they need to like if they're gonna do these mixed waves, they need to put the budget a bit more with comic book figures as well. Like I think these figures could have been stepped up a bit, whereas the comic book figures they
You
just
telling
phoned
me
them
the
in a little
repaint
bit.
of Ultron isn't great, and the future Ant-Man isn't great, which is a repaint of a new head? Don't get me wrong, I like adding new characters, so Crossfire and Eggman are pretty cool, but future Ant-Man I had to do some research on, and yeah, Ultron was just a repaint, and it's not even a better repaint either. It was like that's going to be Ultron bots in my display, I think. But they haven't went really on sale yet anyway, so it's not even I can buy loads of them. But
I
anyway,
really really like the Cassie Lang build a figure. I really like that figure. I think it's really good.
potential for best of the year though.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, I'll put a question mark next to
But
it.
definitely, I would say best MCU. I would say best MCU figure of the year is probably Cassie Lang for me.
Interesting. Okay, okay. Um, let's keep going through here. Considering you really didn't like this wave, I don't think any of them are in the conversation. Are any of them in the conversation for the worst of the year?
Oh, I think Cosmo needs to go on the worst list of the year. The fact that was a fucking builder figure with that tiny leg, that little tiny leg, like a fucking chicken drumstick. It was like the
Chicken
thing.
drumstick.
Honestly, what a load of shit that was. That was a load of shit.
Didn't Dan Yoon put it in his top? Didn't he pick that as his
Oh,
builder figure of the year?
probably absolute bullshit that was. Absolute bullshit.
I'm gonna put Cosmo. Sorry, Cosmo in our potential worst category. By the way,
Worse because of the bath. If it wasn't the bath thing, I think it would have potentially been a good thing. But putting that as a bath, man, was an absolute shit show. And especially with the tiny rocket in that wave as well. Is that Hasbro telling you off? Or have I said too much?
No, it's Amanda, right? Amanda's gone to the cinema while I'm streaming, and like, this is what I mean. This Christmas, I feel like this woman's changed, and I don't like it. So she just texted me saying, "Just seen the trailer for Madam Web. Looks good." What the fuck? Does girl not know anything?
She's thinking of you, look.
When she sees a shit trailer, she thinks, let's think of Dan. This girl needs a lesson. I'm gonna have to sit her down when we get home. I don't know how to feel about that. Looks good. The girl. This is why we can't watch anything together. We have complete different tastes and stuff. You can tell that film's shit by watching the trailer, but yeah, she sees the complete opposite of me. Right, we're gonna.
Ask her, did she like the bit where her mum dies in the Amazon researching spiders?
Oh my God, I can't believe she just said that. And I've just told everybody she said that. Now everyone knows how bad a taste my girlfriend has. I apologise, everybody. I apologise.
People in the chat, look, people in the chat are disagree with me. They did like Cosmo. Wolfpack says no love for Cosmo. Home Dude says I love that Cosmo. Listen, as a figure, it's not, but it's the tactics behind it. Once you start thinking, oh, I like Cosmo, then you'll be getting back to getting Hit Monkey as a builder figure. They're on to you. They're watching you, listening to all this. Build a wings for 2024 again. We'll be having.
Doc Ock for me has to be up there with best of the year, but that's nostalgia plays a big part of that. But I do think it's a solid representation of the character design from the animated show. Had the bendy wire claws, and as a bonus, he came packed with an accessory of Aunt May, which is great as well. She could be best of the year alone.
She's best of the year.
I'm going to put Doc Ock down because I think he's great. Doc Ock. It's going to be hard to pick four actually with these. We need to be a bit more harsh. Anything in this Spider-Man wave?
More harsh? Okay. I like the Electra. Yeah, I thought that was a good figure.
Agreed. I think she is a nice figure.
I mean, we could put this top 5 worst just of everyone in that old suited body that falls over. Honestly, fucking Rose.
Oh, Rose.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to put him down there. Rose. Poor Rose.
Was that a figure everyone was clamouring for as well? The
Oh no,
Rose?
I wanted Richard Fisk. Yeah, I think it was a big gap in our collection. He definitely didn't appear in the animated show either. So I thought, oh, if only he did. No, I didn't really. No one wanted it.
Christmas wish came true.
No, look, I'm blurred. I'm blinded by nostalgia. You put anything. I told you, you put any character on that Spider-Man retro card, and I'll think about it. Put Batman on that Spider-Man retro card, I'll be thinking, like, I'll be thinking about it. The retro cards, just nostalgia's real. Right, I didn't get any of the Spider-Man No Way Home. I didn't even, not No Way Home, the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Is that what it's called? Into Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Into Spider. I haven't even seen the movie. Like, I've not seen the movie. I've not got the figures, so I cannot speak for any of this. Like, I didn't get anything. So, Rich, have you got any thoughts about this wave? Did you get any of the wave?
Yeah, so I got most of this. I think the only one I didn't get was I didn't get the Peter Parker because that was like a reuse from the first film. Like if you look, that's got the logo from like it's from the first movie, not the second movie. They got a little sticker on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So all the other ones I really loved. On Spider-Punk, I think probably one of my favorite legends. I loved the Spider-Punk. I loved the Miles Morales as well. Was a step up. The Spot was like weird and gangly. I liked that so with all these, they were all like they wasn't reused. They were all everything was like sculpted brand new. That's what I liked about this. This is like a good thing from Hasbro. Again, Cyborg Spider-Woman could have been a builder figure. I'm guessing she probably was originally supposed to be a builder figure because people have shown that like she separates apart very easily, type of thing. But as for what it is, they were good figures, very well sculpted. And that Spider Punk, if you missed that at the time, it's a bugger to find now. So yeah, definitely, I would recommend that. That I put Spider Punk on a top 5.
Okay, Spider Punk. I have seen lots of people actually talking highly of this. Because I don't know, like I'm trying to stay away from the animated figures, and anyway, maybe when I see the film, I'll be enabled, but then I'll be pissed off because they're all really high on the aftermarket. So probably.
I would say that was probably the best Marvel film I saw this year. Was
I have no
Into the
doubts.
across the Spider Verse.
I remember
It's a
taking.
very good film.
I took Amanda to see the first one, and she didn't like the animation. She said she felt sick. I just think this is the same girl who's just texted me saying the Madam Web trailer looked good. So no wonder she didn't want to go and see this with me. She has no taste in film. So I haven't seen this yet. I will though.
I'm gonna go and see the bloody Amazon the Spiders with Amanda. I'm gonna come up and take her to see Madam Web. That's what I'm gonna do.
I have
And
downloaded
we'll review it for the channel.
I have downloaded the film to watch. I just again like when you have a YouTube channel, you sit there and think, okay, I could spend the next 2 hours watching this film and chilling, or film some content. And I'm the type of idiot to film some content. So again, you basically got 2 jobs. It's ridiculous. Right. Let's go down to the Avengers 60th. Any potential here for best or worst? Iron Man Mark 1's good.
It is a good figure.
But does it outrank any of the
like
ones you've already picked?
There's these characters, like to see like Monica Rambeau that have been like a long time overdue. But I wouldn't say any of them were like, oh, Hawkeye probably, maybe.
Hawkeye.
Possibly.
The figure, is he great because he comes with the Sky Cycle, or is he a great figure on his own? I've not opened him yet. He's upstairs.
I would say Hawkeye on his own. I think the Sky Cycle was a letdown. I think they oversold that. I thought it was getting, an Aston Martin, and I got Bentley. No, Bentley's a good car.
Bentley's
What's a
pretty
shit
good.
car? I got a KA. I got a KA. That's what I got, Dan.
Okay, any potential for worst? I know some people didn't like Super Adaptoid, but they mainly didn't like the price. But the reuse is warranted because that's what the character does. It copies of a superhero, so just in green. So
I think Super Adaptoid is indicative of the theme of Avengers. I keep saying indicative. Who the fuck am I? It is. I think the theme of this year with the Avengers wave is the lack of Janet Van Dyne, original Avengers member. Didn't get her wings, which Super Adaptoid should have got. Didn't get a figure this year. Was a little Brucey bonus add-on at the end to save Giant Man, because he wouldn't have funded without Janet. Janet swung that around for them. Well done, Janet Van Dyne. Underlooked Avenger. At least we get in the next year. She looks like a fantastic figure. But yeah, for a line that again, like I said about Wolverine, celebrates the Avengers, doesn't have the woman who gave the Avengers their name. Didn't even get a look in.
Yeah. I need to add these to my collection. I've actually got these. This is what you.
But they are continuing this next year, aren't they?
Yeah. So this is what you can do on Legendsverse, by the way, people. You can literally go through the figures and just click add to your collection, and then it sort of adds to the value and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, honestly. I know I've talked about them a lot, but you should check them out. I'm just saying.
Amanda, you should check out that price and see how much you can get for all that.
Not introducing her to Legendsverse. Show Fix It. I don't think he's best or worst. I don't think, as much as I like Mary Jane and happy to have her, she's not best or worst. I like Moon Dragon as well.
I mean, again, that is like Mary Jane in that look is like just nice. It's just nice to get her in 2023. It's like not a figure you'd think what they do, and it's a very good. It represents the animated show like a lot. It looks great, and I like the VHS too. But even I'd say I like the Spider-Man ones better than the X-Men ones. Even though I'm an X-Men guy.
I got Peter Parker, Mary Jane, and Aunt May this year in animated, accurate looks. I'm very happy. Like honestly, they are going to be fronters when I rebuild this collection. They are fronters on my Spider-Verse shelf because that's my mind's eye of the Spider-Man world. So yeah, very happy to have them. I think they're great. Destroyer's got a lot of potential. I think he's a really good figure.
He is a good figure. Yeah,
better than what I expected him to be as well, considering he's big and bulky. So I'm going to write him down as well. Destroyer.
And we're missing the 2 stars of the waves. I know we haven't got to them yet, but Black Widow and Bucky.
Yes, I think they're down here somewhere. We'll get to them. Nothing. Is Karnak potential for worst of the year?
Oh, 100%. 100% the worst figure of the year. Put him on the bloody list.
He's on the list.
Jockey player. Can't remember who said that. He's a jockey.
He's a jockey. Rides a horse, yeah. Yeah, no, he's on the... Don't get me wrong, he is quite... I don't know if the word scrawny is best suited. He's an martial arts expert, so he's not like big and beefy, but he's not like a scrawny guy either. Like he's in between, and yeah, like it's on the older body. The Pizza Spider-Man body is just so 2015. It's nearly a decade old. Shouldn't be used anymore. So yeah, not good. Movie figures, again, as much as people seem to be critical of the movie, they do a good job at representing the film, like Rich says. They're fine. Anything from the Avengers pack worthy of being in the best or worst? I don't think so. I think it's a solid pack, to be fair. I like the West Coast Avengers pack. But I don't think the best or the worst of 2023 is in it.
I mean, it's got a tiger in it, and I can never turn down a tiger. And everyone wondered about that. Oh my god, she's too orange. I was not one of those people, but I like a new shade of orange tiger. Never turned down a tiger.
New head as well.
Please don't make her a vampire in 2024.
No,
Marvel.
I've seen your story about that.
I've only just got over Jubilee, right? I can't do it. I'm just like that photo, right? Everyone else in that promo for this Blood Hunt, this new event, Marvel comeback. No, everyone else is like A-list who's got like an MCU project or are in like a movie or a Disney Plus show. Apart from Tigra, she's the only one. So if they're gonna make someone a bloody vampire, you watch and be fucking Tigra now. I'll be filming.
Maybe behind the scenes they're working on adding Tigra somewhere. Maybe.
Fingers crossed. Tiger book. I'll write a Tiger book. Come on, I'm amazing. Look.
There you go. Let's go. The Adventures of Tigra. Rich,
co-host of everyone's fifth favorite YouTube broadcast.
Oh, come on, we've got to be better than fifth. We're the most consistent, surely. All right.
Most consistent, yeah. Look, I even turned up today, Leah. I turned up though. I made it.
It's fine. Right, Black Widow is definitely going in the best list.
I gotta stop shaking on this chair. Look like there's something wrong with me. I need to secure this chair for 2024. That's what I need to do.
To be fair, as much as like we're being hypercritical here, again, we're being hypercritical for the sake of conversation. Me and Rich ain't that invested in. It's not life or death. It's fine. It's just
I am. I go to bed. I go to bed thinking about these things, just making lists of what I hate in life.
Like, but
Kitty Pryde.
But the point I'm making is there's a lot more on our best list than there is worst. So it's like there's a lot of good. Like we as humans just tend to focus on the negative, but there's so much good as well. And this list in front of me, I'm compiling, definitely shows exactly that. Let's keep going through. Again, some nice sets here. Not the best and worst. I'd love to put that Spider-Man and Morbius on the worst.
Oh, you cannot put that. That was a terrible figure pack. That Mania was a nice pack. I like that one.
Mania was nice. Mania and Venom was nice. I was happy for the re-release of Space Venom because I sold my Build-A-Figure a while ago. So that was one of them where I didn't mind it. But I know if you had that Build-A-Figure, you'd probably got annoyed about that set. So again, it's hard to please everyone in the community. But there was no need to re-release that Spider-Man, that 6-arm Spider-Man. Like that was terrible. Bad idea. Walmart clearly we're willing to take any exclusive, and they took that. But those figures are re-releases from years ago, so I'm not adding them to this list. But yeah, Morbius is fine as well, to be fair. I don't hate that Morbius, but that 6-arm Spider-Man, yeah, it's not good. Not good. I'm going to add Bucky Barnes to our best list. But Brandon last week said it was his favourite of the year.
Christopher Allen says Morbius needs to be on the worst list, so he must go on there.
Okay.
Shout out to Christopher Allen, my favourite member of all the Who crew. I love Christopher Allen. Put him on there. Put him on there for Christopher Allen.
I will. He's on the list for Christopher. Right,
Christopher Allen always, like, when you ask Christopher Allen a question, when you ask him for 3 things, he gives you 3 things. He doesn't give you honourable mentions. He doesn't give you 10s. Christopher Allen for the win.
Dewi says something that I can't pronounce. Let's wait for Friday to pop up and say. Hopefully she pops up and says it.
Oh, she's never going to say this.
Can you say it?
Yeah, I can say it.
Okay, if Friday doesn't say it, you can explain it. But we'll wait for Friday to pop it up. Thank you very much, Derry. I'll wait for Friday to say something. All right, Peter Parker is potentially one of my favourites of the year. So I'm going to add him to the list.
Chuck him on the list.
Peter Parker.
Everyone's late today. Hello, Katie Soy. Hello.
Right, let's see if Friday, let me see if Friday can say
Hello,
this.
California Red Devil.
Dewey Rollins donated £4.99.
Okay.
Bluer than Neworth DDA pork beer mugs collision.
she said it in hieroglyphics. She said Bluer Flendegen DDA Paul B beer mugs explosion. How did you say it?
Blwyddyn newydd dda pawb.
Does it mean Happy New Year?
It does. It means Happy New Year, everyone.
See,
All
I can
people.
speak Welsh, see?
Blwyddyn is happy. Newydd is new. Dda, New Year. Pawb is everyone.
There you go. We've all learnt Welsh today on the stream. See? Let's celebrate his first super chat as well. Thank you very much, Derry. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Super chat Ian. Ian. One is Ian.
Ian. Super chat Ian. Thank you.
Ian die tree. There you go.
Thank you very much.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much. Right. Okay, so I've put Black Widow. Black Widow. I'm reading the comments now. I've put Peter. Right.
Where you putting your Peter?
I'll keep that to myself, thank you. Wolverine, is he potentially the best, or is it too samey? Like, he is a great Wolverine.
He is a good Wolverine. I wouldn't like Rogue. Rogue doesn't even make a run in for it. She's crap. And Storm and Gambit. I like the Gambit, but he has a lot of Rios. I'm going to be honest. Gambit has been on my like little corner bear.
Yeah,
He's been on it since I got him. I do like the Gambit a lot.
I think the
colours look really good, even though it's a lot of reuse. I think Bishop of this wave, probably Bishop, I would say.
Okay.
To me.
Bishop. Yeah, I'll put Bishop just to be different. Wolverine is great. Probably the best Wolverine we've got in that outfit as well. But just to be different, we'll put Bishop. When it comes to the Mindless One wave, as much as I know Luke Cage and Blade got their criticisms, but I still like them. I don't think they're the best or worst. But I'm just saying I like them. I liked Clear as well.
Oh, you can't say you like Luke Cage.
I just wanted that look. For me, I'm not ACBA guy. He's just going to stand there straight anyway. Like, I always get myself in trouble for having an opinion. But for me...
How dare you?
Fine.
How dare you have an opinion?
I know. I should agree with everybody. Where's Alexi? He speaks for everybody. Where's Alexi gone? All right.
I think the Mindless One as well. I think that would probably be the bath of the year. I think it is where... And honestly, the Void, I wasn't planning on even keeping the Void or building him, and now I'm gonna have to buy a Christopher to get him. Oh no!
You sound
maybe I bought a Christopher. Maybe I bought one. Maybe I got a secret Christopher down there, Dan, that no one knows. I no one will ever know because I'll never tell. I'll never tell internet.
I think Rich is revealing secrets to us today on the stream. Interesting. Keep drinking, Rich. Keep drinking. Maybe he'll tell us by the end of the stream. Is there a worse contender in this wave?
I mean, the Kingpin looks shit, honestly. He just like he's just proportions are all wrong. He doesn't look right.
It's like a
and
slim
I think
Kingpin. It's like slim fast Kingpin.
Yeah, it is like slim fast Kingpin, and the head is like wrong. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. They could have done a better job. I really like this jumper on me. I need to buy more of this jumper.
We're nearly there at the end there. A lot of this is reuse, so I think there's no point adding this to the list because these are all re-releases.
Oh, this whole fucking wave could go on there. What a load of shit this was. I think they fucked up with this because the Infinity Saga wave from 2 years ago was like this premium, a lot of great figures, a lot of new articulation, new characters we hadn't had before. It wasn't. They should not have called it Infinity Saga. This was like that legacy line of Black Panther figures. That's what these were.
Agreed. I think you're bang on.
It was a waste of a wave. Phoned it in, and and someone stole my Black Widow. I've never seen Natasha.
I still have his Black Widow, by the way. That's what he's referring to. I think you're bang on though. I reckon they should have labelled this wave as the legacy line and allowed people, because I understand it's out there for people to backtrack. I get it. So call it the legacy line. Let people understand what it is, like the archive line is for the Black Series. It's a legacy line. It's there to backtrack if you need them. Minor upgrades, but very, very minor upgrades. And then continue the Infinity Saga when they're like filling gaps or giving us characters worthy of being in it. Because you're right, the last wave of Infinity Saga figures we had in that anniversary was a solid wave of like brand new characters we'd never have, representations that we wanted with loads of accessories, where this is all just redo. So yeah, this should have been legacy. This should have been labelled as legacy because we've only ever had that Black Panther wave as legacy, right? We've never had anything out. So
yeah, it was just that, just those four figures, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, interesting.
But now they seem to be going into this like next year. It's like those blue, like what the A-list, those two. They seem to be going into that more.
They did say though that they're the only two next year. That Spider-Man and that Iron Man, isn't it? They were the only two on that packaging next year. So again, they're continuing the re-releases for new collectors, which I get it. I understand it. I'm not mad at it. It's fine. But yeah, not in the best of the year for sure. Deadpool. I know a lot of people love that Deadpool.
Is a nice figure, and that set comes with hundreds of accessories. Him and Bob the Hydra agent. Yeah, it was a good set. And the female Shield and Hydra pack as well. I think that was a good 2-pack as well. I don't know if it meant people were crying out for a Hydra female agent, but it was good to get it, and it was good to get more female Shield agents to go along with Maria Hill and Quake as well.
Yeah,
so it was like an easy layer.
The unmasked heads as well, so it's a proper army building set. Like all very, very good. Let's keep scrolling. So the Spider-Man wave is a 2023 wave. Are any of these figures in the best of the year? I think Doc Ock and Green Goblin obviously have to be. What about the Spider-Man figures? Like, I think people's own nostalgic sort of attachments sort of empower the Amazing Spider-Man Tobey, because I've seen a lot of people talk about those two being the best of the year, but that's because their favourite Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. They've finally got it in Legends, or the same for Andrew. So subjectively, are those actually the best Legends of the year, or is it just people's nostalgic biased influence in that? Or could we say that about everything on the list?
I think the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is the best looking Legend.
We ain't like Gary's back. No more Wow Show, it seems.
Dewey Rowlands donated £9.99. Nearly missed my stop on the bus watching the stream, so I'm feeling generous. Thanks for entertaining me this year, guys. Raising hands, light skin tone.
Derry, I very much appreciate that. I have been in that situation many a time as well. Nearly missed my stop on the bus, waiting for the stream, watching the stream. So I'm feeling generous. Thanks for entertaining me this year. Derry, you're very much appreciated. Thank you so much, my friend. Get home safe. Don't miss that stop. I've done that myself. I keep seeing memes online that keep making me laugh. Do you know how kids these days need iPads to keep themselves entertained? And like as a kid, you used to have like this invisible parkour man, like jumping across buildings and on cars. Like I definitely used to do that as a kid, and I thought it was just me in my psycho brain. But clearly, that is something that we did. Like, but no one talked about it. But everyone had this invisible parkour guy that would jump across buildings as you're driving, and that was our entertainment. Anyway, I digress. I assume you didn't know.
No,
the look of confusion in your head.
Lost with that. I'm like, what?
The look of confusion in your head is like, what the hell is he on about? But if you
I missed that memo.
If anyone in the chat had an invisible parkour man that would jump across buildings as you were driving around in the car, let me know. I'm sure someone out there knows what I'm talking about. Eric Stream, also feeling generous this festive season, has just gifted a channel membership that has been caught by Cedric. So Cedric, if you are in the chat, please say thank you to Eric Stream. Eric Stream, that is very much appreciated. Thank you so much. I do plan on doing more bonus spontaneous live streams with my mail like I did in this stream this year.
What mails you getting on?
What's that?
I like meals. What meals you getting on?
Oh, be a channel member, you'll find out.
Oh, can't wait.
Only Dan's is kicking off. Andrew Spotty is legit a great figure. No, not disputing, by the way, that these ain't great figures. People are just pissed off they had to buy it twice to get the enhanced heads, but they are great figures.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Actually, yeah, none of these can make it on because of that. Those three.
I genuinely think though.
Shout out to Rectangular for saving us all this year because I didn't even order that.
Just think how many people didn't buy because of Rectangular's list. Oh,
they were like, where does he live? Where does he live? Send the Pinkerton agents. And Todd is like, yeah, I got you, you bastards.
We've got some more generosity in the chat as Jared has gifted 5 channel memberships. Also, Phoenix says, big up the invisible parkour guy. So he knows what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about. Jay has said he's lost. He has no idea what I'm talking about. Jared's been gifting channel memberships. That's 5 channel memberships that are going to come up on the screen. So if you are lurking in the chat and you never talk and you never say anything, that's absolutely fine. We appreciate our lurkers here. But please, they thank you to the person that you just got gifted this channel membership from, which is Jared. So Jared, thank you so much. X got one. Gabriel got one. How do you say that name? And now Alvaro
Naran.
You got one. Eternal Soul got one, and Will got one. So thank you for becoming channel members, and thank you very much to Jared for allowing that to happen. Much appreciated. Greg Finstad says, the parkour guy, Dan was a PG kid. I know many who did heat vision eye, cutting trees, poles, buildings up and closing their eyes to save things. Yeah, again, kids had imagination before iPads, I suppose. But Jane has no idea what we're talking about. Next time we go on a car drive, Jay, he's always the passenger as well. Cheeky Monkey Kara is always the driver, right? Jay, next time you are driving as the passenger, look outside the car, just look outside your window, right? Imagine there's a little invisible parkour guy, and as you're driving, just watch him jump around on buildings and see if he can follow you on your journey by like swinging around lampposts and jumping on cars and then swinging on a tree branch, jumping on a building. Trust me, it's a lot of fun, The Bachelor says he had a parkour guy.
My favorite thing is when no one driving in the car, I like flagging, like, you know, the kids are in the back street, being like, fuck you kids, and then the parents there, and you're like, hi. She's like driving fast.
Winding up the kids, that was pretty fun. Bachelor, he said he had a parkour guy, man, and a super speeder. Yeah, I think I think my parkour guy was also super speedy. That's how he could keep up. He says he's 22 and he still does it. See, I'm not the only one. The parkour guy is definitely a thing. If you didn't have a parkour guy, I feel sorry for you. Or you had entertainment in the car, maybe. Right.
I had a twin, so that was like, I always had someone with me in life, so that was fun.
My parents didn't even drive. I didn't even have a family car. This is just me on the bus. I had a very, no wonder I could have a parkour guy because I was just on a very slow bus. Maybe it was.
Get into random path. We need to see the parkour guy. Come on.
Maybe it wasn't even an invisible parkour guy. Maybe it was an actual parkour guy just running around the streets of Coventry that I'm watching while I'm on the bus. Just on the 13 bus route. There's the parkour guy. He's invisible.
That'd be like a Channel 5 documentary. The lost 4'3" man from Coventry who did parkour through the 90s.
No, did you not see the parkour? Yes, that's just Greg over there. He's the parkour guy. I thought it was in my imagination. No, that's Greg. He lives down the road. He's great at parkour. He follows the bus. Anyway, I digress.
I'm imagining the parkour guy behind you now on your empty shell.
See? Exactly. Imagination's the crazy thing, isn't it? All right, I'm putting Green Goblin and Doc Ock on this list. There's a lot on this good list. We need to start narrowing this down. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. Goblin and Doc Ock. There's 2 Doc Ocks on the list. Detroit Steel has got to be on the best of the year list, right? We all were clamouring for Detroit Steel and were so happy when he arrived.
I mean, it was good as an exclusive because no one needed to buy him, so that was the only good thing with that one.
Poor Detroit Steel. It was creative reuse, but it's just no one really knew the character.
Couldn't even give him away. They couldn't.
Okay, so there you go. I think that's the majority of the figures that came out this year. If we've missed one or two, blame Legends Verse. But to be fair, I think Legend Verse have bang on. So lots of figures came out this year. Our worst list is a lot smaller than our best list. So let's do our worst first, okay, Rich? So our worst list is poor Yelena Velova, because I couldn't forgive the non-double jointed elbows. Chode, Cosmo, Road, Karnak, and Morbius. I know Morbius is on the list.
Rogue is on there.
No, Rose.
Oh, Rose, yeah, Rose.
Right.
Okay.
Morbius, as much as I agree with Christopher Allen, he was a re-release from a figure that came out in 2016. Well, the other figures are like new characters that came out this year. So I'm going to disqualify Morbius. Karnak can be in there. 100% Karnak's in it, right?
Yeah, Karnak's got to be in there. Cosmo's got to be in there for being such a shit bath.
Okay. Shall we
So
say...
I think put that in and get... No, because I think Chode had stuff wrong with him, but at least he was a decent sized bath.
Okay.
So I think Cosmo...
So Karnak, Cosmo, Rogue, and Yelena Belova. And let the chat decide.
Rose and Yelena Belova. Yeah, go on. Put
Okay,
them,
cool.
them
Let's do that.
on.
Right, the chat can decide. Right, if you are watching us live right now, you're going to help contribute to voting. I'm usually a positive guy, all right? But YouTube has corrupted me. So now I'm doing the worst legend of 2024.
Yeah! Join us for 2024 as we burn Hasbro to the ground! Come on!
Down with Hasbro. What is the
Hasbro.
worst Marvel legend of 2024?
Should have done that interview, Emily. It's all gone wrong now. All gone wrong for you.
Look, she hurt her foot. It's fine. Leave her alone. Right. Karnak, Cosmo.
Was she paddling or was she going to model the kayak?
She was
What was
trying out.
doing?
They 3D printed a life-size canoe before they made a...
Oh, that's the reveal
classified version. Right. The worst... Let's vote for the worst legend. How evil are we? What is the worst Marvel legend of 2023? Let's see what the people vote for, okay? We'll wait for 50 votes in. We've got over 100 people watching, so we'll wait for 50 votes, and then we'll call it a day. Craig, from Craig's Nostalgic Toy Collection. I added the toy. It's Craig's.nostalgic.collection. He'd be mad if I said it wrong. He says, hope you guys have a great Christmas. Wolverine 97 and Deadpool are the best 2 figures of the year. Bob, Bucky Cap, Corsair, Hawkeye, and Black Widow all follow as the best of the year. So Craig's virtually got a little top 10. Craig, put yourself out a top 10. Make yourself a top 10 reel for your Instagram account. That's what you need to do. You're nearly there, but we appreciate you, Craig.
He didn't even put my Nathan Quam, Alice, and I gifted him my Nathan Quam.
That's true.
Can't even bribe people. Can't even do it.
That was true. Rich did send him a nice inquiry. That's how kind Rich is. And he was showing it off on Jave's stream.
Yeah. Go and watch Jay's stream. That is more people talking about stuff they got for Christmas.
Indeed. Right. Let's have a look at this poll. So this poll is live right now. What is the worst Marvel Legend of 2023? Bloody hell. We've turned into one of those channels. What is the worst? Down with Hasbro. Hashtag.
Boo.
Boo earns. Boo earns. Did you say boo? No, I was saying boo earns. Karnak so far 47%. We need some more votes, people. We need some more votes. I want it to get to 50 votes, all right? So we need 15 more votes. If you are watching this stream right now, just pick up your phone and vote. What is the worst legend of 2023? Karnak, Cosmo, Rose, or Yelena Belova?
Jay says down with Craig.
Down with Craig. Poor Craig. People have Kiara genuinely thinks we bully Craig. And to that I say, you're right, we do.
Aww.
We love him though. It's like a little brother bullying. Like we bully him because we love him. It's fine. Right. Okay. Let's get these votes in, people. 12 more votes. If the worst legend of the year is not on this list, what is it? So while people are typing or voting, what is if the worst figure is not on this list, what is the worst Marvel Legend of 2024? 3. Keep saying 4. 3.
All of them.
Let us know. I'll read a couple out. If you genuinely think there is a worse Marvel Legend than the 4 on this list, let us know. Let us know. Jay also said, thanks, boys. It was a fun, festive stream. Led me to watch The Santa Claus, which is a great film. It is a great film. It's my favourite Christmas film, The Santa Claus, with Tim Allen.
What's your worst favourite Christmas film?
I don't know. Amanda's watched some shit. She watches The Holiday on repeat during December.
Oh, I hate Love Actually. I hate Love Actually the most.
I don't hate either of those. There are definitely worse films than those, but she has them on in the house quite a lot. She went and seen Love Actually and The Holiday with like a live orchestra. That's how much she liked it.
There was a year where I kept getting tricked to see like Love Actually in the cinema by like single girlfriends who thought that, like, you know, as like the token gay man in their life, like take me along
You'd
with
go
them
and
to
see
see it. Oh, I do my fucking head in. I was supposed to see a different film and I walked out because I was like, I can't watch fucking Keira Knightley again. I just can't do it. Oh.
Yeah, look, Jamie agrees. He says Love Actually is the worst. Andy says Tarantula was the worst Marvel Legend of the year.
It was a shit figure, to be fair.
It
Lot
was.
of
It wasn't great.
reuse.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great. I still think the bandana should have been black. It wasn't inaccurate, but I would have preferred it to be black, just selfishly. But it wasn't inaccurate. 100% Kingpin due to the sizing. Should have been a Build-A-Figure, says Bobby. Yeah, we did agree it's a slim pass Kingpin. We agree. Not the greatest. Another vote for Tarantula there from Kev's Collectibles. Is Genome Ski says, I love Keira. He loves Keira Knightley. Daniel S.
She's good in other films, but she's not pretty, actually.
She plays a role in Pirates fine, I think. Daniel S. says, I don't know if I have the worst because I don't buy figures I don't want. That is very clever. Very clever. But I could vote on a peg warmer of the year. No, good choices. But we have over 50 votes. I'm ending the poll right now. And with 40% of the vote, which is a big percentage, Karnak is the worst figure of 2024. Let's give him a moment to shine here. Let me scroll up. We can find Karnak. Back on my Legends Verse site. I can search. They have a poll.
Oh, the suspense. The suspense.
It's because I've got half a screen on show. That's what it is. So I get limitation. If it is if I do this, I can probably search. There you go, Karnak, and bounce back. There he is. There he is. This is technically the worst Marvel Legend of 2020. Let's look at the stats, okay? So his max value is $71. What the hell? Who brought that for 71? Maybe when it was first released, someone was desperate to get it. That's the highest it's went for, and the lowest it's went for is £9.50. Interesting.
You could play Pokemon with these.
Interesting stats.
Rarity. 21%.
Did you get yourself a shiny Karnak? Mine is not shiny. I actually had... Why am I... I've literally got him here. He's on the floor behind me. Oh, he's right on the bottom of the list. Typical. Can I reach him? Here it is. I actually have the worst figure of the year in my hand. To be fair, I really like the Inhumans royal family. So I was happy to just add another member of the royal family, as it had been years since we had got any of them. Obviously, they buried the Inhumans for a while in all forms of media. But I still want a Crystal, Gorgon. I do hope they complete the royal family at some point. Lockjaw as well. So he will probably be the representation of Karnak on the shelf for a good while. I don't see him redoing him unless they give us an Inhumans box set. And it's fine. It's fine, but it could be better. So there you go. We didn't say it, Rich.
Dan, it's not fine. It's the worst of the year. Come on, Dan. It is the worst of the year.
That's what the chat said. That's what the chat said. Worst of the year. At least
Karnak needed to be Rocky, and they made him a jockey. Hey.
Nice. I like it. Right, now we need to figure out what the best of the year was. And our list for best of the year is pretty long, okay? So if the chat want to type in what their best of the year is now, maybe we could use that to see what the most popular is. But I'm just going to read the list that we Rich,
okay.
Right? Okay, so where's the list? Okay, so the list. Ultimate Captain America, Blob, Banshee, Monet St. Croix, Pretty Boy, Doc Ock, Cassie Lang, Daredevil, Elektra, Spider-Punk, Hawkeye, Destroyer, Black Widow, Bucky Barnes, VHS Peter Parker, Bishop, -1, Deadpool, Green Goblin, Doc Ock. So, as much as we just talked about the worst of the year, there is far more good than there are bad. So what for? We picking out of them? It's obviously we're not going to be able to pick, not everyone's going to agree on this 4 that we pick, of course. So we may as well just pick it, I suppose. So what are we picking?
I think Black Widow technically would be the best figure of the year, so she's got to go on there.
Okay.
Then I think Blob is probably, community-wise, is probably the best figure of the year.
I'm also curious if people had to vote for one, which would they vote for. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do Black Widow and Blob. And then it's our stream, Rich. You want Monet St. Croix on that list?
No, because they won't pick her down, because they fuckers. They're fucking bastards. So
do.
let's, in my heart, Monet St. Croix would be number 1. So let's not even include Monet St. Croix, because I know she'll be number 1. I know she is, chat. Fuck you, chat.
Okay, shall we do Deadpool, Ultimate Cap, Spider-Punk, Bucky Barnes, Doc Ock,
Spider-Punk should go on there. And then, one of them, either Green Goblin or Doc Ock. I have neither, so you'll have to pick.
Let's say Doc Ock. Do you know what? I'll put Slash. Green Goblin / Doc Ock. Green Goblin / Doc Ock. because they're both deluxe, both from the same movie, both recently out, so some people may not have them yet. So I'll put them joint. Okay, so now let's decide on the best legend of 2024, 23. We're not in 2024 yet, Dan. For God's sake, best. What is the best legend of 2023? All right, Black Widow.
Tyler asked in the chat, do we think that they're going to pull the Kang figure? I think it's been such a gap since that one was there. I think it's probably not on the shelf anyway. I'm guessing if they had like a Victor Timely in development, we probably ain't going to see that now. Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, I think what's there will just exist, and then that'll be the end of it.
Agreed. Right, okay, there you go. So we could only pick 4, unfortunately. So there's been a lot of good this year as well. Don't get me wrong, there's been hits and misses, like there always are. We talk about that on the channel all the time. There's hits and misses. There's always something for everybody, though. And out of the 4, which is the best legend of the year? Out of the 4 that we have picked here. So the 4 are on screen. Let's get rid of Karnak. You're the worst, my friend. Sorry about that, mate. But what is the best? Let's get to 50 votes again. So we got Black Widow and Blob. So far, look at that. They are bouncing. Ooh. They are literally bouncing. 48, 46, 44. They are bouncing. Black Widow and Blob. Back a joint. That is crazy how much they're changing. No vote so far for Doc Ock and Green Goblin. Not a single vote. But Spider-Punk has got a vote. So
I bet a lot of people who haven't got Doc Ock and Green Goblin.
That's what I said. That's what I
they're
assumed.
They're not YouTubers, so they wouldn't get them for free from Hasbro.
That's not how it works, all right? That's not how it works. Don't tell people that. Right, 45% at 40. See, they're neck and neck again. Let's get to 50 votes. Let's see what we can do. But they are bouncing around. It's between Black Widow or Blob. Spider-Punk's got another vote because he's gone to 8%. Oh, someone has voted for Doc and Green Goblin. And now they took the vote back. And they voted back again. You can't decide. You cannot decide. But it seems like one person has voted for Doc Ock and Green Goblin. Maybe 2 or 3 people have voted for Spider-Punk. Now Black Widow is in the front, but Blob was in the lead for a little bit. This is just as exciting as a duck race. Blob he's dropped down to the 30% mark for the first time since we started the poll. We are edging closer to the 50. I might let it go to 60 if people are getting excited for this one. We're nearly at 50, 47%, 47 votes, sorry. 47, 48, 49, 50 votes and 50% for Black Widow. We could end it there, or shall we let it go? Shall we end it there or let it go? 50 votes and 50% for Black Widow.
Give it a countdown, Dan. 10.
Okay, 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 2.5. 1. Let's end it. Okay, we're ending it. We're ending it. 56 votes. I think Black Widow's your winner, though. Black Widow with 48%, Blob with 37%, Spider-Punk with 7%, and Doc Ock and Green Goblin with 7% as well. So, Black Widow is our winner. Black Widow is our winner. Let's have a look then. I told you by the end of the stream, we would have a best and worst of the year. That's exactly what was happened. Black Widow.
The Happy Hawaiian says, Spider-Punk does not belong with Spyro. Spyro was our figure of the year last year because we live in the UK and we get everything first. Hooray for the UK! Suck it, Canada.
I technically, again, just being technical, that X-Men wave, again, Mr. Ryanton confirmed it was technically the last wave of 2022, the same way that the Spider-Man No Way Home wave is the last wave of 2023. So that Spiral was my favourite Marvel Legend of 2022 was Spiral. So I agree, Spiral's a great figure, but for us, she was 2022. So Spiral was best figure of the year 2022. This year, the best figure of the year is the Marvel Legends Black Widow. The worst figure of the year is poor Karnak. Best figure of the year is Black Widow. There we go. We did it. We figured it out. And me and Rich, we didn't, this is on you. This is not on us. This is on you guys. Karnak is the worst. Black Widow is the best. Who's got the hairy chest? Take your top off and find out. Topless Scroob is out there somewhere. He'll be watching. He'll be lurking. But there you go. Black Widow. There you go. We have our winner. We said we'd find one at the end of the stream. And that is how we're going to end the year. The fact that you didn't put the choices into the duck race is a big miss. Yeah, I know. I should have done a duck race. But we saved duck races for Legend of the Liquor. Takes a special clientele to appreciate a duck race.
California Red Devil says Brandon sends them free figures early. Conspiracy theorists unite. I wish Brandon would send them early. Save fucking me buying them. I tell you that now.
Brandon, honestly, when I say Rich is the super producer, he doesn't just get that name for a gimmick. He really does. I literally tell you all the time. Rich finds these things and sends me these things. Brandon doesn't tell us nothing. Brandon's a goody two shoes. Doesn't tell us a sausage. Nothing. Not a single thing.
Those little hint for everyone out there, those Wolverine 2-packs might be coming sooner than we think.
See, he knows everything.
Got my eyes on all the ports, all the shipping around the world.
I told you, I got my Spider-Man Retro Wave from this guy. They're his figures I'm reviewing.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Maybe I'll have them to put on my 2025 list, maybe?
No, you'll get them. I can send them tomorrow. Honestly, I'll film a review.
I'm joking.
Good. Okay, there you go. So there you go. Black Widow to be fair, she's a worthy winner of 2023. She's a worthy winner.
Gary says I don't get it. Blob has bigger boobs.
Do you agree with that? That Black Widow is the best, or up there in the conversation at least? She's definitely there, right?
I mean, no, Monet St. Croix is the best legend of the year. I've already said it, and I will stand by my statement, Dan. I'm not one for turning. You can't turn me. Monet St. Croix, best figure of the year. Thank you very much.
Okay, there you go. Well, you know what Rich's favourite of the year is? That Widow...
If you haven't bought her, you're a fuckwit. You should have bought her. Buy a Monet St. Croix. A Monet St. Croix for 2024.
I do think we will get more... Let's make a prediction for the 2024, okay? I do think we're going to get more Generation X characters in 2024. I do think that. But if you were going to make a prediction for 2024, do you have one in regards to the World of Legends?
I hope that they continue with the buffs being better. That's what I hope. I think the Void Wave looks... that is a great looking buff. I hope going forward we just get better buffs. That's what I think this year has been like a lot, and more accessories, just more things in the packaging. I think now that you can't hide it a bit, and so far what I've seen, I've been happy with. That Lady Mandarin looks great in the Wolverine set. Those X-Men 97 figures look good. That Angel figure looks fantastic. That goes up for pre-order next week, doesn't it? I think as well.
It does indeed. Like 2024, people, is very close, literally days away at this point. And again, thanks to Legends Verse, we can have a quick glimpse at the future. So we got the Spider-Man Retro Wave and Void Wave.
Just look at your shelves, Dad. You've got two of them.
That's true. They are technically 2024 waves. All right? I promise you. I know people don't believe me. I know MCU Collector's not going to listen to the facts and add these into his top of the year for 2023. But he is reckless. That man is reckless. These are technically 2024. But yeah, there you go. That's a glimpse into the future. Kurt K says 2023, the year of Monet and Jubilee. Long live Rich M. That is true. Did you see Kurt K got his Jubilee added to his Christmas tree?
Yes.
Yeah, Jubilee is now on his Xmas tree. He was sending pictures in the group chat, so he has his Jubilee. That bear is glorious. Mad, it's a year away. What bear? Oh, you're not even on about. Oh, you're on about Mythic Legions. Oh, okay. Did Cloud Foxwell pop out of somewhere? What's going on? Where did that come from, Greg? Right, anyway, there we go.
Greg, it is Cloud. It was all a plan all along.
Maybe,
that's why Greg can't give you his address, because you know it was Cloud. You know it was.
We're figuring this out, Greg.
It was all a plan. It was all a plan all along.
Greg is actually Cloud Foxwell. Now we know, Greg. Unless you come on a stream, Greg, no one's going to believe you're not Cloud. Have Greg and Cloud have ever been in the same stream on one time? Just saying. That's a conspiracy theory for California Red Devil. Take that one and think about it. Has anyone ever seen Greg Finstad? Just saying. Right, Rich, we are going to go over to the Dan Who Extra and ask people what they got for Christmas. So hit that join button, become part of the Dan Who Crew Deluxe, and you become a guest. You can be on the stream with us right now and talk to Drunk Rich and argue with him about
Clouds in the chat.
Right, come on, Rich, until then, this is the last time you're going to be addressing the nation, the Legends Nation, in 2023. We'll be back in the new year. I haven't confirmed the date, but we will be back early January. Final words for the people.
It's been the best of times. It's been the worst of times in 2023. But you know what I've loved the most about 2023? It's all you lot, all you lovely people out there. As much as I moan, as much as I face things, as much as I look like I got lipstick on, I've been drinking like blackcurrant cider. I do apologise, but I've had a really great year, and it was nice meeting everyone at MCM, at Toy Fair, stuff like that. And hopefully going forward we can do that more. Like, at the end of the day, it's just toys. I think a lot of it is a load of shit. And I think some people take this way too seriously. I don't. I enjoy myself and I enjoy this. And I hope you have enjoyed this year as well. And if you haven't, I'm sure you can tell us down below. Write a shitty comment. I will love that. Put it on my wall of shitty comments because I love a shitty comment. Thank you very much.
No, Rich, I appreciate you. And yeah, there are maybe I think there's 3 Birmingham Toy Fairs this year in the UK, which is the NEC Toy Fair is the biggest toy fair in the country, and there's 3 of them in 2024. And of course, I'm sure there'll be another MCM or something like that. So yeah, hopefully more opportunities.
Not the May one. We're not going to the May one before anyone buys tickets.
Yeah, we're not going May. No. They've got to be. We're there for I'm there for a bit of toy content. I need a bit of toy content so I can put it down as a business expense on my taxes. So need a bit of toy. Need a bit of toy content. It's depressing truth, people. It's the depressing truth. But no, 2023 has been another great year. We are still here. Let's be honest, the last 18 months within this toy community has been a bit rocky. People loving and hating things, people arguing and fighting, all so unnecessarily. Like Rich said.
But I know I gotta say this, right? Because I think that the people who have moaned about Marvel Legends, it's because they generally have loved Marvel Legends. I don't think someone has just decided to hate Marvel Legends for no reason. I think it's because at some point they liked it and they just want it to get back on track. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with thinking the Legends have been shit this year, because there has been a lot of shit. But hopefully they can get it back on track and win people back over. I think that's what they've got to do. I think for such a long time, Legends was like the golden child of Hasbro. It seemed like they could do no wrong. Everything they were doing was being like, oh yeah, we love it, we love it. And I think the G.I. Joe classified line, in a way, has knocked Marvel Legends down a bit, because they do so many new things, so many accessories, so much stuff like that, which people like. And then Marvel then is kind of like, they've rested on their laurels, I think, for the last 2 years. So I think they need a bit of a shake up. They need to start listening to what people want and putting more in the packaging. And I don't think there's anything wrong with moaning. I know we disagree with that a lot, but I just think, maybe they can win people over, and then next year people will like what they want. Because I think at the end of the day, everyone does love the Legends. I mean, that's why we're all here. That's why we're on this show. That's why we're watching it, is we do like the line as a whole. And I just think it's not always perfect, but then nothing is it? And what not to do but come on the internet every Thursday and talk about it. That's what we can do, Dan, as civilized adults.
Look, if anyone actually watches my channel and watches my reviews, I bitch and moan with the best of them. I really do. It's just that I'm reviewing my own collection, or Rich's collection mainly, to be honest, this year. But I'm reviewing figures that I plan on buying and spending my own money on. So, of course, I'm not going to buy the shit just to tell people it's shit. That's how I think. But I completely agree with Rich, by the way. There have been some very fair criticisms of Legends, which I completely agree with. I'm not naive or blind to these criticisms. I agree with you. I just think there's a certain way to go about it. I do still think there's a lot of shitty people that just jump on the bandwagon that were never really invested in the line anyway. It's just a flavour of a month to hate on a certain thing. That's who I'm talking about. I think there's a lot of very fair people with their fair criticisms, which are absolutely allowed to say, but I still think there's it's the internet, isn't it? You find these in every community and every part of fandom. There's a little I'm not going to say the T word, but you know what I mean. There's a little group that just like shit stirring and just jumping on the bandwagon and just being annoying. So they're the people I'm talking about, but the majority, it's fair game, absolutely fair game. And again, I love Legends because I like Marvel. My attachment is to Marvel, not to Hasbro the company. I don't work for Hasbro. It's Marvel Legends. I love world building Marvel, but people mistake that all the time as well. But it's been a great year anyway. I've had fun. The consistency of the live streams has of course continued. We will be going into our 5th year during 2024, which is crazy because we're in our 4th year right now. 2024 will see the 5th year begin, and I don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. I've got a whole collection room to rebuild. Legend of Liquor will be back. All the long form content shows will be back in 2024. Have I got room to add any more? Probably not, but this is what you're going to get for 2024, so I'm looking forward to it. Rich hopefully isn't going anywhere for the new year as well, unless you've just got a job at Hasbro and you need to announce that.
I don't know if they'll be calling me after this show, but so I think I'm
okay,
right.
good. I'm safe. I'm safe. Rich is staying with me for a little bit. That's good to know. But we are going to be jumping over to the Dan Who Deluxe show. So if you want to continue the conversation, that's where we're going for probably about another half an hour max. Otherwise, hope everyone had a great Christmas. I hope everybody has a great new year. Whatever you are doing, however you are celebrating, have some fun, enjoy yourself, and we will be back to continue this nonsense and toy talk into the new year. We will see you in January, people. I will be another year older, hopefully another year wiser, but probably not, knowing me. Go and look out the window, see if you can see that parkour guy running around the rooftops. I bet he's there. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Rich is still lost, no idea. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. And for the last time, Rich, I have to tell people, watch the Karnak review. Karnak, we didn't talk about him enough in this.
Oh, Karnak.
We didn't talk about it, but he was potentially one of the best legends of the year. And you'll see why if you go and watch this review.
Word of the day is Karnak.
Yeah,
Write Karnak
yeah.
below. Put a link for Karnak below. Send it to your friends, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother.
Great figure. Watch that